Mm. Yeah. So yesterday, what we have learned yesterday, prototype model and spiral model. Yesterday we have learned, and today we will discuss about V model. Okay. So without wasting time, I am going to teach you about the V model. We will discuss about in detail about V model. So here first, see, this is V model. It is also known as VV model. Here you can see, right, VV model. So V model is one of the SDLC model. SDLC means software development life cycle. So like SDLC models like waterfall model, spiral model, so prototype model, there are SDLC models. So let us try to understand what is V model and how the activities will go on. So in the V model, it seems very similar to the V shape, right? Right here, we see it seems very V shape. Like verification, here verification, are you able to see, right? Verification comes one part and validation comes another part. So one side verification part and another side is validation part. So let us understand what exactly it is. So this is verification and this is validation. I will tell you about this. So the main specialty in the V model is in every phase we conduct the testing. So what it means? What I am saying here in V model, the main specialty is in every phase we conduct the testing. What it is meaning? So in the requirement analysis, uh, in the requirement analysis phase, we do testing. In the designing phase, we do testing. In development phase, we do testing. And in the testing phase also, we do testing. So in every phase of software development process, we do testing. That is the specialty in the V model. So, but previously it was not there, right? In the waterfall model, we have only one phase of testing. Did you remember one phase of what is that one phase of testing? Waterfall model. Where is that? Mm. So here in this waterfall model, we have only one phase of testing. And in the, if you see in the spiral model also, we have only one phase of testing in every cycle. But now, but now in the V model, if you see in every phase, we have testing. In requirement analysis, a design phase, coding phase, testing phase, we conduct the testing. That's the main specialty of the V model. So now, see, one part is verification and another part is validation. Now, what is the first phase in the software development process? Collecting the requirements, right? Collecting the requirements from the client. So here, observe BRS, CRS, URS. What does that mean? BRS, CRS, URS, right?
Business
So,
business requirement specification. BRS means business
yeah.
requirements,
And what is CRS?
customer requirements,
And what is URS?
user requirements.
Yeah, user requirement specification. So that's the
Yeah,
terminologies is different, but the context is same. They're talking about one document only. So BRS document, what exactly it is, what it contains. So basically, this document contains the business requirements. So business requirements means what? Whatever the requirements given by the client will be noted in the BRS document. So who will prepare this document? Do you have any idea, Vinod? Who will
BA,
prepare this document?
BA,
BU.
business analyst. Yeah,
Yeah,
BA.
we can say business analyst team. So prepare this
Yeah,
document. In our
yes.
company, there is a team, right? Business unit people. Those people interact with the client. They will collect the requirement and they will prepare the document. And this
Yes.
document more understandable by business people, not for the technical people. Okay, business people only understand this BRS document, not for the technical people. So technical people can't understand this document. It is very huge document. Customer and business unit people involved in this document. They will collect all requirements and note down in this document. That is BRS, CRS or URS document. It is the first phase of software development process. Okay. So based on this document, we conduct the testing called UAT, means user acceptance testing. I will talk about in detail in further. For now, just understand this document is going to be input for UAT. Okay. This testing conduct based on this document. Now, the second phase. What is the second phase? BRS document can't understand by technical people, right? Like developers, testers. We need a document some more technical detailed, right? So based on this BRS, CRS, URS document, there will be another document prepared, that is SRS document. So SRS means what? SRS.
System requirements, maybe the system requirement specifications.
Yes. Software
System
requirement
environment side from system.
software requirement specification document. Okay. So it contains more technical details. Some requirement, but in technical form, using like data flow diagrams, Venn diagrams. So we use certain diagrams in the SRS document. Especially developers, testers can understand. So that's the next document, and based on SRS document, the designers will prepare HLD and LLD document. So this is a third phase. So first phase, what it is? In first phase, we prepared BRS document. In second phase, we prepared SRS document, software requirement specification document. So in third phase, designers prepared HLD, LLD document, and this is a third phase. So HLD means what? High level design document. So which contains main modules of the application. High level design document. And low level design document means low level, in LLD, which contains low level design documents like low level modules of application. So as we discussed, modules means yesterday we discussed about modules. What is a module? So it means a piece of software in the application. So here the entire application will be divided into main module. Again, each modules into sub modules. Those sub modules which is called as a low level design. So in HLD document have main modules. In the LLD document, we have low level modules. So SRS document prepared by who prepared this document SRS? Do you have any idea, Vinod?
Yeah, manager.
Yeah, project manager or product manager. And HLD, LLD, who prepared this documents? HLD, LLD. If you know, you can tell me. If you don't know, you can say, it's okay, no issues. HLD, LLD documents prepared by designers. Okay. And BRS documents, who prepared this document? Business unit, right? Business units prepared this BRS document, and SRS document prepared by project manager or product manager. HLD and LLD documents prepared by designers. Okay. So the fourth phase is coding. Here, the developer will start based on this document. Okay. Now these all comes under verification part. Now come to another side. As I said in the V model, in every phase we have a testing like requirement. In requirement we conduct a testing. In design phase we conduct a testing. In coding phase we conduct a testing, and in also testing phase we also conduct a testing. But where exactly we conduct the testing? That is my question. Where exactly we conduct the testing? See, in the first phase, if you see business unit, right? Here in the first phase, we talk about business unit and business unit prepare BRS document, right? So business unit conduct some reviews on these documents. So here in this particular stages, whatever the testing going to conduct and who will conduct the testing here? In the first phase, I said BRS documents are can be reviewed. But who? Who can be reviewed these documents? No idea? I'm not able to hear you, Vinod.
No, no idea. Hello, no,
Yeah.
no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. So in the first phase, business people prepare the document and the same people responsible for conducting the testing. Okay. Business people only testing the BRS document. So they people are responsible to conduct the testing on documents properly. So what they will review? The document is correct or not. Whatever the content they have mentioned, which is correct or not. And if it is correct, then it is complete or not. That is going to be tested in the form of review. So that will be verified and that is a kind of testing. So we are not exactly testing the software. We're testing the documents because if the document is correct, the next phase will be easy. We will not get any bugs in the next phases. If the document is not correct, then what happen? The next phase will be difficult. We will get some issues. We will face some difficulties. And we have to get more chances to find bugs in the next phases. So that's the reason review is in the form of review, we conduct the testing on this document. So while preparing BRS document, the BU team, the people who involved in business unit team, they will conduct some reviews on it. Review means what? I'm saying review. What is the exact meaning of review? Review means to ensure the document is complete and correct. So we have to make sure these documents is perfectly correct and it is complete. Okay. So that going to be tested in the form of review. In the second phase, in the third phase, there are SRS documents, there are HLD and LLT documents. So these are all documents, right? And in these documents also, we are going to conduct some testing. And what type of testing we conduct? Review. That is also review. We conduct some reviews on the documents to check whether they are complete, whether they are correct, that we are going to test. In that context, these phases are include testing in the form of reviews. Okay. So we are testing the documents in the form of review. See, there are three things. I'm going to use note. Three things are there. What means review? Second one is walkthrough. And third one is inspection. Okay. So there are three things. By using review, by using walkthrough, inspection, we conduct a testing on these documents here. So what are those documents? BRS document, SRS document, HLD, LLD. If we want to test these documents, we use either review or walkthrough or inspection. So these three are testing techniques to verify the documents. Here mention only review, right? So actually we have three types of testing techniques. By using these three techniques, we will verify the documents. not exactly the software. Okay. In the coding part, the actual software will be ready. Unless we enter in the coding phase, we just have documents. So whatever the testing we conduct on the documents, which is basically called as static testing technique. What I'm saying? Static testing technique. So what is the meaning of static testing technique? And what is the definition of static testing technique? Testing the,
Yeah, testers are testing applications.
yeah, not application,
Static testing is, yeah,
documents.
yeah, only documents, peer
Yeah,
peer
it's called
documents,
as, yeah,
static
static
testing,
testing
testing.
technique. So static testing technique means testing the project related documents is called as static testing technique. So in the form of review, walkthrough,
Yeah,
inspection, that is called as static
yeah.
testing technique. Yeah.
Who are
Are
the
you getting
testing
my
of
point?
who are the testing of static testing? Yeah, I got it. Who are the testing of the documents? Only
Sorry,
static
I'm
testing,
not.
BA or developers? Who
See, in the
are
first
the testing the
phase,
documents? Static testing documents. BA, yeah.
in the first phase, BRS document
Testers
reviewed
are
by
the
bus- business people. SRS document reviewed by project manager or product manager, and HLD, LLD reviewed by designers. So what I am saying here, so we can conduct review, we can conduct in the form of walkthrough or inspection. So by using these three testing technique, any one we can use and reviewed by these documents. So here itself, business people reviewed by this document, here project manager, here designers. So their own team testing the documents. So static means we are not exactly testing the software. So that three reviews, walkthrough, inspection. So that comes under static testing techniques. So we are just using the testing techniques. So we can test the documents by review, by walkthrough, by inspection. So here there are definitions are there. I have written here. Um, See, static means performing testing on the application without performing the activity or action is called static testing. It means documents. What is dynamic? We will learn about in further. Performing testing on the application by performing the activity or action is called as dynamic testing. Okay. So now, are you getting my point, Vinod?
Getting.
So see, static testing
I got
technique,
it.
you are asking me who conducted the static testing techniques. That is a technique. Okay, that is not a testing. Okay, static testing, I mean, these reviews, walkthrough, inspection comes under these three things comes under static testing techniques. We call it as techniques, not testing. What is the testing that we are going to conduct by in form of review, in the form of walkthrough, inspection in detail? You can learn in the further session. What is review? What is walkthrough? What is the inspection? Okay, so don't worry, you will know about it. So next, just understand how it's going the flow of a complete V model.
What is the walkthrough?
I will say
Don't
first
have
understand.
any idea about
Yeah, I will say.
walkthrough.
Yeah, I will
I did,
say in detail. Um, in after this topic, okay? Because that is also it will take half an hour time. That's why if I entered in review, if I entered in walkthrough inspection, right, the flow will be gone miss. Okay, I will tell you. Hmm? So what it is, where we are, review, right? So, wait, 1 minute. Sorry for inconvenience. So now, see, now comes under coding. So what I am saying here, we are not exactly testing the software. We are just testing the documents in the form of these testing techniques. Now let us see coding. Once the coding is started, slowly the software will be ready. So the coding will be done. First, some modules will be developed, and after developing multiple modules, they will integrate those modules. And after integrate, we conduct one more testing. So here, if you see 4 levels, what is that 4 levels? Unit testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing. So this part is called validation part. So what is the unit testing? What is the meaning of unit testing?
Yeah, developers are developing test case testings. Developers
Yeah, developers here going to test the uh, coding part.
coding. Yeah, coding part.
Yeah, not application.
Yeah,
So
okay.
what they are going to test the coding. So unit means what? See, whatever the module which is developed by the developers, as I said before, the entire software will not be developed in one shot, right? The software will be divided into main modules or sub modules. So modules, you know, right? A single component of the application that we called as module. The software will be divided into main modules or sub-modules. The first developers developing the software with a single module. So yesterday, if you attend the session, you will know about it. Okay. One module means what? If you take one Gmail application, in Gmail application, there is a login. Login part is one module. Compose, it is one module. Sent items, it is one module. Inbox, it is a one module. So there are number of modules. That single module developers take and going to test the module. That is called unit testing. So it means if you test that particular module, which is called as a unit testing. The developers, whatever the developers developing the software with a single module, that particular single module going to be tested, which is called as unit testing. So simply we can say unit testing in the sense single module or single component of a software going to be tested is called unit testing. Are you getting my point? What is unit testing?
Yeah, got it.
Got it? Huh?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So, and this testing conducted by the developers. So, because they know the coding part, they know how written the code, they know how the module is working. So, that's why they conduct the developers only conduct the testing on coding part. So, all the modules will be, I mean, after this, they will integrate the module. Okay. After unit testing, they will integrate the modules. All the modules will be integrated, and they will make and to make one main module. Then we will test the module which is called as integration testing. Okay. So after completion of all the modules, we will conduct one more testing is called integration testing. So after completion of integration testing, we will conduct another testing that is for system testing. We will discuss about later. But here first we have to understand what is unit testing and what is integration testing. So unit testing and integration testing conducted by developers only. So developers itself. Okay. Both these testings are conducted by developers. So because they know the coding, after completion of coding, the sub-modules and the main modules will be tested by the developers in the form of unit testing and integration testing. For that, the developers know the programming knowledge. For that, the developers must and should have the technical knowledge, the coding part they should know. So developers will understand the coding part. These testing conducted in the code level, which is called as a white box testing. Okay, understand guys, whatever the testing will conduct on the code, main module or sub module, which is called as white box testing technique. Why we are calling white box testing technique? Any idea? White box testing technique.
No idea.
Hmm.
Don't have any idea.
Because see, white box testing, why we are calling? Because we have to know internal logic of the programs. If we want to test the module, we have to know what type of code the developers will return. That's the reason this testing will not conducted by the testers. This testing conducted by the developers himself. So, white box testing technique means this is this is also not testing. Unit testing is a testing, integration testing is a testing. But unit testing and integration testing comes under white box testing techniques. Okay, white box testing technique, what it is? So whiteboard testing technique means, so developers, they know the coding, right? What type of coding the developer has written. So that's why developers are conducted only this testing, not by testers. Okay. Um, See, after these two testings, the final software will be ready. I mean, application. And that application will be given to the testing team. Then system testing conducted by the testers. What kind of testing they do? Here testers conducted by conducted system testing. But what kind of testing? Basically, they don't need to understand the code. Testers don't need to understand the code, don't need to knowledge of programming. So not required. So just to verify or test that our software is working according to the requirement, according to client requirement or not. So what client expected, what are the flows we have, what are the functionalities, whether it is working or not, that will be tested in the system testing phase. Okay. So here we don't need to understand the code in the system testing phase and actual testers involved in the system testing phase, and the rest of the testers done by the rest of the people. We don't need programming knowledge here because we are getting the complete application. We don't know what exactly the code written internally. That is the reason we can call it is as a black box testing technique. What is black box means? We don't know the exact what is inside the box, right? So system testing comes under black box testing technique. So we will test the application whether it is working as per the client requirement. As a user point of view, how functionality working, that comes under system testing. Okay. That and the last phase is user acceptance testing, means UAT. So after completion of system testing, um, user do some kind of testing at their level. That is user acceptance testing technique. So this is also done by testers along with the client. So and here also we don't need to understand the code. That comes under black box testing technique. So system testing and user acceptance testing comes under black box testing technique. Unit testing, integration testing comes under white box testing technique, right? So now observe, please. See, first phase, in second phase, third phase, documents. Here only documents are there. These are document level. So in each three phase, we conduct testing in the form of review, that is called as static testing. So after that, what happened? Coding, right? Coding is in coding part, developers going to test the testing. What kind of testing they are conduct? Unit testing. So unit testing, what is the meaning of unit testing? They conducted the testing with one module, single module. So after that, they integrate the modules. I mean, sub-modules. They take a sub-modules and integrate one module, that is a main module, and that main module is going to test the testing by, I mean, using integration testing. So in unit testing, integration testing comes under white box testing technique. So after that, what happened? System testing. System testing here, actual testers are involved here in this phase. System testing, user acceptance testing comes under black box testing technique. In user acceptance testing, both testers and client involved and doing testing. That is called user acceptance testing. Client also involved. The client also involved and doing testing according to the customers, according to the market. Okay, are you getting my point right?
Yeah, getting.
Yeah.
Come.
So here, so V model means stands for verification and validation model, right? So it is also known as VV model. So this model is suitable for long-term projects in which clients are having the suitable requirements. So in this model, both the development and testing activities goes parallelly, right? So here verification, here validation. First, if you see, if you are a designer, I am a tester, for example. So designers here work. I mean, parallelly means you are working and I am also working. So, but in every cycle, I am in second cycle and you are in, I mean, sorry, you are in uh, third cycle. Okay, you're already third cycle started, but I am in second cycle. So it means the work goes parallelly and collaboratively. So next, what it is, have the requirements analysis, design and coding process is same as in standard SDLC. And also I am mentioned here verification, what is verification definition and what is validation. If the interviewers ask you what is verification and what is validation, you can say these definitions. What is verification? Verification is the process to verify whether we are performing the right process or not and to develop test the application. And in simple words, we can say verification is, are we developing the application in right manner or not? Validation, what it is? We can say validation is, did we develop the right application or not? So this is the difference, verification and validation. Verification means, are we developing the application in right manner? And validation means, did we develop the right application or not? So you can say in simple words. So already we know HLD and what is LLD. HLD means the overall architecture of the projects that includes all modules. For example, Gmail. Gmail, if you take a Gmail, compose we have inbox, sent items, draft box, archive box, trash box, everything there are, right? So one modules integrate and they create one main module that is called Gmail application. So that comes under HLD. So one module consider we can as LLD, low level design document. Okay. And also I had mentioned static testing and dynamic testing. So tomorrow we will discuss about what is advantages and disadvantages and detailed dynamic testing. And see, dynamic testing is nothing but, so unit testing, integration testing, system testing, that user acceptance, that comes under dynamic testing. So I will tell you in detail in tomorrow session. So if you see, note, this also I will discuss in tomorrow session because it is a type of some practical, not, it is also theory, somewhere practical. So, so already I have discussed with you, right? What is unit testing? What is integration testing, system testing, UAT testing? All definitions are mentioned in this document. And you should know about what is the difference between verification and validation. So verification, if you see what is verification and validation, that is one question. What is the difference between verification and validation? That is another question. So don't confuse between these two questions. What is verification and validation? what is difference between verification and validation, both are different. So if they ask something like difference between, so you should say this point, at least four, the main points. So if you see verification checks whether we are building the right product, and here validation checks whether we are building the product right. Did you understand the difference between verification definition and validation definition? We are building the right product, we are building the product right. So here focus on documentation here, whereas in validation focus on software. So verification typically involves, but here validation typically involves actual testing. What is the static testing and what is dynamic testing definition? I mean, static means testing the project related documents. Here dynamic testing the actual software. So what we are going to use in verification part, what are the techniques? Reviews, walkthrough, inspection. Here validation, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT testing. So later we will discuss about very detailed what is review, walkthrough, inspection, and later we will discuss what is advantages and disadvantages. So I will show you one more document what we are going to next. We are the document. So here see static testing techniques, right? So we already know what are these static testing techniques: review, walkthrough, inspection, right? So that's why I'm saying just be patient. I will discuss everything. You asked me, right? What is review, what is walkthrough, inspection? There is a detailed information that I am going to discuss with you. Okay, review means here, I mean, there are some, there are number of review types. I mean, requirement review, design review, code review, test plan review, test case review. There are number of reviews. So reviews also have number of reviews that we are going to discuss in walkthrough. What is, what is the main point that we consider in walkthrough? So walkthrough and inspection also we will discuss, and later we will discuss what is QA, what is QC, what is QE, quality assurance, for quality control, quality engineer. That will also will discuss very detailed. And here I also mentioned white box testing, black box testing. So white box testing means it is based on internal path, code structure, and implementation of the software being tested. Here, full and detailed programming skills are required. So who are going to use the white box testing techniques? Developers only, right? So for example, unit testing and integration testing. What is black box testing? Black box testing is based on requirement and specification structure or implementation of the software being tested. Here, programming knowledge is not required. Who are going to use black box testing techniques? Testers only. So that's why in example, I considered system testing, UAT testing. So, and later we will discuss in detail levels of testing. There are 4 levels: unit, integration, system, UAT. So what is unit testing and unit testing techniques? And later we will discuss integration testing, system testing, UAT testing in very detail. And what are those techniques comes under integration, system, UAT. Okay. Are you there, Vinod? So what I'm saying here, so whatever I have discussing here, that is very important for interview purpose. So I am sharing these documents to you people. Please review it, please refer it and be prepared well. So please don't keep it as a like a document. Please note down and please read it, because every point what I have mentioned, that is very important for interview purpose. In my interview, in my experience, in my past experience, the interviewers asked these questions. That's why I mentioned here and I noted here. So please don't neglect this document. Please note down and prepare well. Vinod, are you there? Are you getting my point? Okay. So next tomorrow we will discuss more detailed what I have you have seen here. So in next sessions we will discuss uh, static, dynamic testings, and more topics are there. So let's connect tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.